happy Monday, Claymont. I hope everyone had a great weekend. As you can see, I'm here. I took a little trip this weekend. I went to Chicago, and one of the things I did on Chicago is I went to Wrigley Field and rooted on the Cardinals as they played the Cubs. And as we go on to win the division, so it was I had a great weekend here in Chicago and rooting on at Wrigley Field. So you might also notice that I'm by myself. I don't have Mr. Meckel with me, and so the reason why that is there's a group of people, Mr. Meckel, Ms. LaPiccolo, and Mr. Wall, who all went to Washington, D.C. this week. And they are going to Washington, D.C. to accept our award in honor of Claymont for the National Green Ribbon School Award. This is an award that you guys won before I got here because of all the great work you guys did about conserving our environment, our sustainability, recycling, all the green initiatives that we did to make sure that we were taking care of our resources and the earth around us. So you guys all should be very proud of the work that you did. When I think of that, it is always a great thing tied to responsibility because we all have a responsibility to take care of our earth and our world. So one thing that I think that we could always make sure that we do around here at Claymont are simple things, like when we go to use the restroom, not to waste a bunch of paper towels and just throw them on the ground and play around with the water, but rather just to use the water and the paper towels for the purpose and make sure we're using it right. One thing I see you guys doing all the time in the cafeteria is separating out your food and your paper products so that we can make sure we're recycling and composting the things that we can do that with. And so those are another great way that we can show responsibility here at Claymont. We do have a very busy week this week. Today, all of you guys should be listening to this, and that's good because later you will have a hearing test. So we'll have a hearing test screenings here today to make sure we can all hear well. This Wednesday is a late start day, so you guys are going to come to school 2 hours later. So exactly 2 hours later you'll come to school. We'll have pit lessons that day. We'll be talking about responsibility in those pit lessons, so it should be a good time there. Also that night, Wednesday night, is our Culver's night. Some of our 5th graders will be working that event at Culver's, so it'd be a great night to talk your parents into not having to cook dinner that night and just coming out to Culver's, getting some delicious cheeseburger and some ice cream. So that's Wednesday night is Culver's night. Thursday, if you are interested in Kids Character Council, those applications, if you're an older kid, those applications are due on Thursday. Friday, again, for 3rd through 5th grade, those Claymont Live applications are due on Friday. So Kids Character Council are due on Thursday. Claymont Live is due on Friday. I think that's it for us. I do have a joke. It's going to be a little bit different, not being able to say it to someone. So I'll say it to you guys, and then I'll give a pause, and you guys can try to see if you think it's funny or not. So why did the student eat his homework or her homework? Why did they eat their homework? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. So most of you guys have learned about figurative language. If you learned about figurative language, what I want you guys to do is tell me or tell your teacher what type of figurative language that joke is. So again, why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher said it was a piece of cake. What type of figurative language is that? All right, Shorthorns, let's have a fantastic week. It's great to see you guys all again. Go Cardinals, and let's have a great week.